don't require the full commitment of the sumigation. So, same setup. Okay, so we're here. Okay, again, I'm going to snap, get control of his head and his arm. Now this time I might step in and he might keep running backwards. Okay, so if I'm constantly doing this, or if he's blocking my hips like this, that's when I'm going to reverse direction. Okay, I'm going to pull him with this grip, pull, okay, and then as soon as he takes that step forward, we ankle pick him. Okay, so here, boom, okay. Okay, very hard for him to be able to sprawl out of that when he goes like that and his head is over his foot.
Notice the body mechanics. That head over the foot thing's really important, everybody.
Makes sense? Okay. All right, let's give it a shot. This is you written all over it. I know it's shown it to you.
Yeah, no. I'm just trying to...
Hey Derrick, key off, show the guys how you really bend them over and break that balance. All that weight's in the head,
right,
making him step forward. He clumps that forward, and then you trap it and pick it.
Okay.
Because that is so important here.
Nice big tall guy. He's taller than me naturally. So if all I'm trying to do is just and grab him, that's not going to work. Likewise, if I kind of, you know, that's not going to work either. So you got to manipulate him, okay? Snap, and then come right in. As soon as his head clears my shoulder, and I know that because I just brushed him down with both my hands. It's like you're going like that. Hop, okay? Boom, catch. Okay? And from here on out, I just keep my base low. Okay? I'm never like this. This is not a guillotine. Okay? I don't try and submit until I get the guy on the ground. So keep your base low so that he can't get his head up. The more I stand up, he might duck around, pick me up, and throw me. So keep him down nice and tight, get a good grip on him. Move him around, move him around, move him around. Pull back. Don't let go of his head until you get the...
It's a classic case of breaking his posture and breaking his balance, controlling his movement. All the things, if you're a judo guy, kazushi. That's what kazushi is. That's a great example of how to do that in a no-gi situation. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, good. You know, good point you just brought. And when we do this at welcome mat, we don't like to make them tap out till we get them on the ground. We don't like a submission. The standing thing, they're great. We use like what we call a flying jujigatami. We're really spinning under them and transitioning to the ground.
Right. We're trying to get them down to the ground because you've got way more control there.
And what you mentioned about like a guillotine, you know, I'm sure there are people that can make it happen standing up, and it has. But generally, we go for a higher percentage.
Here's one of my biggest problems with that. So, if TJ's got me in a standing guillotine, especially if it's arm in, okay, the problem is that he's never able to keep control of my feet, right?
Right.
Whereas if we're on the ground and he's cross-eyed or even mounted, he's controlling my hips. So if my hips are free and I'm a judo or a sambo guy, I'm just going to sweep the crap out of him. So he's got a grip on this. He's trying to guillotine me. I get my head up, and down we go.
Yeah.
Okay?
Right.
So that's a classic example of why you shouldn't, because you can never ever control the person's lower body.
That's a good point. Where we always say you got to control the legs and the lower body when you choke somebody.
Yep.
And here's a good example of that.
Yep.
So that's why we prefer, that's our approach to it, getting them on the ground to get the submission.
Yep.
Yeah. Thanks. Okay, great point.